Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you guys? How are you girls? Welcome to Geometry Grade 9 students. Today, inshallah, you will study new lesson, and so exciting lesson is Introduction to the Circle. I think you studied circle before, but today, inshallah, you will remember what you studied and you will study new information about it. Okay, start with me. First, what's this figure? Really? It's called circle. Yes, right. This circle, what's the definition of it? Yes. Circle, guys, circle, girls, is closed curved line, is a closed curved line, contains mean, contains many infinite points, all of them equidistant from a fixed point. Again, what's the definition of the circle? The circle is a closed curved line, contains infinite number of points, all of them equidistant from a fixed point. Okay, but now ask yourself, what about this fixed point? Yes, good. Fixed point here is M. M here is called what? Yes, good. Center. Center. Center of the circle. Center of the circle. Okay. Center of the circle is ID of the circle. How? Okay, if I want to name the circle, I will name it by its center. So this circle is called circle M. It's called circle M. Okay, this number one, center of the circle. So the center of the circle is a point in the middle of the circle at equal distances, which is equidistant from each point on the circle. Okay, this number one. Number two, if I match it from the center to any point on the circle, like MD, like MC, like MA, so MD is called radius. Yes, good. Radius. Okay. Radius of the circle is the distance between center of the circle and any point on the circle. Again, radius of the circle is the distance between center of the circle and any point on the circle. So here we can say MD is called radius, MA is called radius, MC is called radius. So we can say MD, MA, and MC are called radii. I called radii. Yeah, okay. So radii, plural of radius. Okay, this number two. Number three, what about AC? AC is a line segment joining 2 points on the circle. So we can say AC is, yes, is a line segment joining 2 points on the circle and passes through point of the center. So we can say AC is called, yes, diameter. Yes, we can say AC is called diameter. So diameter is a line segment joining 2 points on the circle and passes through the center of the circle. And you notice that diameter is twice radius. MA is radius, MC is radius. So we can say diameter is double radius. Diameter is double radius. Okay, this number three. Number four, AB. AB is a line segment joining 2 points on the circle. Yes. Generally, guys, girls, we can say chord, chord. What about chord? Chord is a line segment joining 2 points on the circle. Chord is a line segment joining 2 points on the circle. So we can say AB is called chord. AC is called chord, but AC is a special case for the chord because it passes through the center of the circle. So AC is called diameter or chord, but it's better to say diameter because it passes through the center of the circle. But AB, AB is called chord, just chord. Okay, this number 4. Number 5. Okay, what about this figure? This figure is what? Yes, good, is arc, arc, arc AB. Arc AB, the symbol of it is arc AB, like this. Arc AB, this sign, okay? Okay, but the arc may be minor, may be major. Minor, it's a measure less than semicircle, less than semicircle. But if I said arc ADB, ADB, like this, then we can say ADB is major, right? Major. Arc, yes. So the arc AB may be minor, may be major, okay? If I mean that major, I can mention it. Okay, I have to mention it like ADB, like ACB, like major arc AB, and so on. Okay, this number 5. Number 6, what is this angle? This angle is, yes, is central angle. Central angle. Central angle, the measure of central angle equal measure of the opposite arc. Yes, we can say measure of the central angle equal measure of the opposite arc. So we can say measure of angle A, for example, AMD equals measure of arc AD. Measure of arc AD. Okay. Another information. Remember, what about circumference of circle? Circumference of circle is, yes, by D or 2 by R. By D or 2 by R. Okay, D, diameter, R, radius. But what about by? By is a constant value, is a constant ratio, is 3.14 or 22 over 7. 3.14 or 22 over 7. Okay, this circumference of the circle. But the area of the circle is by R square. The area of the circle is by R square. Okay. But what's the relation between arc and circle? Arc and circle. Okay. We know, guys, we know, girls, that arc is a part of, yes, is a part of length of the circle or circumference of the circle. So the arc has length and measure like the circle because it's a part of the circle. So the arc has length and the measure. Okay. Okay, but you have new rule, so important rule is length of arc over length of the circle is by D equals measure of arc over measure of the circle. What's the measure of the circle, guys? Measure of the circle is, yes, good, 360. 360. So we have a new rule, length of arc over by D equal measure of arc over 360. Okay, now we can solve some exercises. Okay, first one. What is the name of a minor arc? Okay, here is open idea. Open idea. Okay, number 1 maybe has 2 answers, 3 answers. Okay, okay. Number 1. What's the name of a minor arc? Yes, good. Like AB. Yes, BD. Yes, CD. Okay, good. Okay, for example, I will say AC, arc AC. Don't forget this sign, this sign. So important, okay. This number 1. So minor arc is an arc of measure less than semicircle. Okay, what's the name of a major arc? For example, yes, A, B, D, or yes, good, A, D, B, C, D, A. Okay, you have more examples on the measure. So I can say A, B, D, for example. Number 3. What's the name of a semicircle? Yes, semicircle is half circle. Half of circle here may be BAC or CDB. For example, CDB or BDC. Okay. Number 4. What's the measure of arc AB? Yes, good. Measure arc AB equal measure of opposite central angle equals 81 degrees. Number 5. What's the circumference of circle B? What's the rule of the circumference? The rule of the circumference 2 by r or by d. So we can say 2 by time r radius. Radius here is 9. So is 18 pi. Okay, the answer needed to be in terms of pi. This number 5. Number 6. What's the length of arc BD? How to find the length of arc? Okay, remember the rule, the new rule. Length over length equal measure over measure. Okay, length over measure equal measure over measure. How to find measure length of arc BD? First, we know measure angle APC equal measure angle BPD. They are equal, so we can find each of them. For example, measure angle BPD equals, yes, what's the sum of circle? 360. So we can say 360 minus 65 plus 81. Then the remainder divided by what? Divide by 2 to be 65 plus 81 is 146. Subtract 360 minus 146, it will be 214 divided by 2 to be 107. This measure angle BPD 107. So we can say measure over measure equal length over length. Okay, measure of the arc 107 over measure of the circle 360 equals length of the arc, I don't know what, over length of the circle, perimeter of the circle is 18 pi, then we can cross multiplication to find length of the arc. Thank you for listening. Meet you after inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.